Chapter 46. A Storm on the Sea. Jesus rescues many drowning men. The Athenians pray to idols. Jesus rebukes their idolatry and tells how God helps. His last meeting with the Greeks. Sails on the vessel Mars. It was a holy day and Jesus walked upon the Athens beach. Too, a storm was on and ships were being tossed about like toys upon the bosom of the sea. 2. 3. The sailors and the fishermen were going down to watery graves. The shores were strewn with bodies of the dead. 3. 4. And Jesus halted not, but with a mighty power he rescued many a helpless one, oft bringing back to life the seeming dead. 4. 5. Now, on these shores were altars sacred to the gods supposed to rule the seas. 5. 6. And men and women, heedless of the cries of drowning men, were crowding all about these altars, calling on their gods for help. 6. 7. At length the storm was done, and all the sea was calm, and men could think again, and Jesus said, 7. 8. You worshippers of wooden gods, how has the fury of this storm been lessened by your frantic prayers? 8. 9. Where is the strength of these poor, weather-beaten gods with painted swords and crowns? 9. 10. A god that could abide in such a little house could hardly hold a frantic fly, and who could hope that he could hold at bay the lords of winds and waves? 10. 11. The mighty powers of worlds unseen do not give forth their help till men have done their best. They only help when man can do no more. 11. 12. And you have agonized and prayed around these shrines, and let men sink to death who might have been, by your assistance, saved. 12. 13. The God that saves dwells in your souls, and manifests by making use of your own feet, and legs, and arms, and hands. 13. 14. Strength never comes through idleness, nor through awaiting for another one to bear your loads, or do the work that you are called to do. 14. 15. But when you do your best to bear your loads, and do your work, you offer unto God a sacrifice well-pleasing in His sight. 15. 16. And then the Holy One breathes deep upon your glowing sacrificial coals, and makes them blaze aloft to fill your souls with light, and strength, and helpfulness. 16. 17. The most efficient prayer that men can offer to a God of any kind is helpfulness to those in need of help, for what you do for other men the Holy One will do for you. 17. 18. And thus God helps. 18. 19. His work in Greece was done, and Jesus must go on his way to Egypt in the south. Apollo, with the highest masters of the land and many people from the varied walks of life, stood on the shore to see the Hebrew sage depart, and Jesus said, 19. 20. The Son of Man has been in many lands, has stood in temples of a multitude of foreign gods, has preached the gospel of goodwill and peace on earth to many people, tribes, and tongues. 20. 21. Has been received with favor in a multitude of homes, but Greece is, of them all, the royal host. 21. 22. The breadth of Grecian thought, the depth of her philosophy, the height of her unselfish aspirations have well fitted her to be the champion of the cause of human liberty and right. 22. 23. The fates of war have subjugated Greece, because she trusted in the strength of flesh, and bone and intellect, forgetful of the spirit life that binds a nation to its source of power. 23. 24. But Greece will not forever sit within the darkness of the shadowland as vassal of a foreign king. 24. 25. Lift up your heads, you men of Greece. The time will come when Greece will breathe the ethers of the holy breath, and be a mainspring of the spirit power of earth. 25. 26. But God must be your shield, your buckler, and your tower of strength. 26. 27. And then he said farewell. Apollo raised his hand in silent benediction, and the people wept. 27. 28. Upon the Cretan vessel, Mars, the Hebrew sage sailed from the Grecian port. 28. Section 11.